Success doesn't just come from working harder, it comes from working on your energy, your vibration, and your state of mind. Every day, life is responding to the frequency you broadcast. If you live in stress, fear, and doubt, you're sending out a signal that pulls more struggle toward you. But when you choose to raise your vibration through gratitude, focus, and belief, you shift into a state where success flows naturally. Imagine for a moment that your mind is like a radio station. Whatever frequency you tune into, that's what you hear. If you're tuned into negativity, you'll attract more negativity. But if you start tuning into the frequency of possibility, of success, of confidence, your reality begins to change. That's the energy of success. Most people wait for circumstances to change before they feel good. They say, I'll be happy when I get the job, when I make the money, when I achieve the dream. But the truth is reversed when you decide to feel good now, when you embody the energy of your desired future. The opportunities and results begin to align with you. Success starts as an inner vibration long before it becomes an outer reality. The key is to raise your vibration daily. Wake up each morning and make a conscious decision. Today, I choose gratitude. Today, I choose focus. Today, I choose to embody success before I see it. Visualize the life you want as if it's already yours. Speak with the confidence of someone who is already winning. Walk with the energy of someone who refuses to settle. This daily practice rewires your mind and body to operate at the level of success. And remember, success is not just about achieving goals. It's about who you become in the process. If you train your mind to stay strong in the face of challenges, if you teach your heart to remain open instead of closed, if you discipline yourself to stay focused when distractions try to pull you off track, you are already successful because you are living in alignment with the best version of yourself. Raise your vibration by surrounding yourself with positivity. Guard your environment. Guard your thoughts. The people you spend time with, the words you repeat to yourself, the habits you practice, these are the signals that either lower your energy or elevate it. Choose carefully. When your energy rises, your vision expands. Suddenly, where you once saw obstacles, you now see opportunities. Where you once felt fear, you now feel courage. Where you once doubted, you now believe. This shift in energy is what separates those who give up from those who go on to achieve greatness. So, let today be the day you stop waiting. Stop waiting for the right time, the right chance, the right approval. You already have what it takes inside you. The energy of success is within you right now. It just needs to be activated. And the way to activate it is simple. Decide who you want to be and live from that energy today, not tomorrow. Because every day you raise your vibration, you bring yourself one step closer to the life you dream of. The question is not if success will come. The real question is, are you willing to align your energy with it every single day? Choose to raise your vibration. Choose to embody success. Choose to step into the higher version of yourself. Because when you do, success doesn't just become possible. It becomes inevitable. Most people are taught to believe that success is only about hard work, grinding day and night, and pushing themselves to the limit. And while effort and dedication are important, the truth is deeper. Success begins with energy, not just effort. Imagine two people working equally hard, one filled with enthusiasm, belief, and vision, and the other filled with doubt, stress, and negativity. Even if they put in the same hours, their results will be completely different. Why? Because the energy they carry into their actions amplifies or blocks the outcomes. Energy is the invisible force that shapes visible results. When your vibration is aligned with success, your actions become magnetic. You don't just chase opportunities. Opportunities begin to chase you. Every single thought you have carries an energy. Thoughts of fear, doubt, or failure lower your vibration and drain your strength, while thoughts of gratitude, courage, and vision lift you into a higher state where creativity and solutions naturally appear. Success is not just about what you do, but about the energy you bring into what you do. This is why some people can walk into a room and instantly command respect and attention. They have cultivated an energy of confidence, clarity, and determination. Others may try to copy their actions, but without the same energy, the impact isn't there. Success begins inside long before it shows outside. Think of energy as the foundation of a building. If the foundation is weak, no matter how many floors you build, the structure will collapse. Hard work without the right energy is like building on shaky ground. But when your energy is strong, when your vibration is aligned with your goals, every action you take adds strength to the structure. This is why some people seem to rise faster, not because they are luckier, but because their inner energy is harmonized with the success they seek. Effort without alignment feels like a struggle. Effort with the right energy feels like flow. Raising your energy is not about forcing yourself to work harder. It's about elevating your state of being. When you wake up in the morning, the first thoughts you choose set the tone for your day. If you wake up thinking about problems, lack, and stress, you start the day with low energy and everything feels heavy. But if you begin the day with gratitude, with a vision of what you are creating, and with the belief that today holds opportunities, your energy rises, and the same tasks that once felt like a burden now feel like steps towards success. Your effort multiplies because energy fuels it. History is full of people who understood this truth. Some of the most successful leaders, innovators, and creators weren't necessarily the hardest workers in terms of physical labor. Instead, they cultivated an energy of possibility, of confidence, and of resilience. They attracted people to their vision because energy is contagious. When you raise your own energy, you don't just transform your life, you influence everyone around you. People want to follow those who radiate certainty, positivity, and belief. This is why leaders inspire others not only by what they do, but by the energy they carry into every room they enter. Success also requires you to protect your energy. Stress, toxic environments, and negative influences can drain you no matter how much effort you put in. You cannot expect to climb mountains while carrying unnecessary weights. Protecting your energy means being selective with the people you surround yourself with, the information you consume, and the inner dialogue you allow. If your mind is filled with self-doubt, every action you take will feel smaller than it could be. But if you feed your mind with belief, affirmation, and clarity, your actions expand. Protecting and elevating your energy is the real preparation for success. And when challenges appear, and they always do, it is not effort alone that carries you through. It is the energy you hold in those moments that decides whether you break or break through. A person with low energy sees obstacles as dead ends. A person with high energy sees obstacles as opportunities to grow stronger. That difference in perception is what separates those who quit from those who rise. Energy shapes perspective, and perspective shapes destiny. At the core, success is not about pushing harder, it's about aligning deeper. It is about recognizing that your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs are not just invisible forces floating around in your mind. They are vibrations that communicate with life itself. When you align those vibrations with gratitude, clarity, and confidence, you set yourself on a frequency where success cannot ignore you. Hard work without energy feels empty. Energy without effort feels wasted. But when energy and effort combine, the results become unstoppable. So, the invitation is simple. Before you force yourself to work harder, pause and ask, what energy am I carrying right now? If you are filled with frustration, anger, or fear, your work will reflect that. But if you take a moment to shift your state, breathe deeply, think of what you're grateful for, visualize your success, and choose empowering thoughts, you'll notice your energy rise, and with it, your effectiveness. It's not about working against yourself. It's about working with the flow of life by raising your vibration. True success begins inside you. It begins with your energy, your mindset, and the frequency you choose to embody. Once you align your energy, effort becomes powerful, results come faster, and your journey feels lighter. The energy of success is not something you chase, it is something you cultivate. And when you carry it, success doesn't remain a distant dream, it becomes your living reality. Your mind is like a radio station, constantly broadcasting signals to the universe, and the frequency you choose determines what you receive back. Just like tuning a radio, when you set your mind to negativity, fear, or limitation, you automatically tune into a channel filled with more of the same. You hear static, noise, and problems everywhere you go. But when you consciously adjust your inner dial toward gratitude, confidence, and possibility, the signal becomes clear, strong, and aligned with the energy of success. Life, in many ways, mirrors back the frequency you are sending out, and your external world becomes a reflection of your internal broadcast. Most people don't realize they are in control of their mental station. They wake up each morning and let the world set their frequency. A negative news headline, a stressful message, or a passing doubt becomes the trigger that tunes their mind into fear or frustration. From that moment, their entire day follows that vibration. They attract conversations, situations, and even opportunities that align with that lower frequency. But here's the empowering truth. You have the ability to choose your station. You don't have to let the world decide your frequency. You can set it yourself every single day. Think about the times you have felt inspired, grateful. In those moments, everything seemed to flow. Ideas came to you effortlessly, solutions appeared, and people responded to your energy with positivity. That was an alignment. You had tuned your mental station to a higher frequency, and life responded in kind. The more consistently you hold that frequency, the more your outer reality begins to match it. The mind is not just a receiver, it is also a powerful transmitter, and the universe is always listening. It's easy to test this principle. If you spend a day focusing only on what's wrong, you will notice more problems than ever before. But if you spend a day focusing on what's right, on opportunities, blessings, and growth, you will suddenly notice doors opening where you once saw walls. This isn't magic, it's the science of perception and energy. Your brain literally filters reality based on the station you are tuned into. Tune into success, and you'll find evidence of success everywhere. Tune into failure, and that's all you'll see. The external doesn't change first, the internal does. What makes this powerful is that tuning your mental station is not complicated. It begins with awareness. The moment you catch yourself broadcasting fear or doubt, you have the chance to change the channel. You don't argue with the old station, you simply shift your focus. Instead of thinking, I can't, you begin asking, what if I can? Instead of saying, there are no opportunities, you say, opportunities are looking for me right now. This simple shift rewires your energy and starts broadcasting a stronger, clearer signal. Your thoughts are frequencies, and your emotions are amplifiers. When you think a thought with emotion, it becomes a stronger broadcast. That's why fear spreads so quickly and why excitement is contagious. People feel your energy even before you speak. If your inner station is filled with doubt, it shows in your body language, your tone, and your presence. But if your station is filled with certainty, joy, and belief, people can't help but respond to you differently. This is why some individuals seem to magnetize opportunities. They are broadcasting on a frequency that aligns with growth and abundance. The mind, as radio metaphor, also teaches us discipline. Just as you wouldn't leave your radio playing static all day, you shouldn't allow your mind to dwell on endless negativity. The discipline of success is training yourself to retune again and again until it becomes natural. Yes, distractions will try to pull you back. Yes, life will sometimes try to knock your dial out of place. But every time you bring yourself back to gratitude, focus, and vision, you strengthen your ability to stay aligned. Over time, your default station shifts upward, and positivity becomes your natural broadcast. The most successful people in the world don't necessarily have fewer problems. They just don't tune into the problem frequency for long. They acknowledge challenges, but quickly retune to solutions. They face setbacks but immediately shift to growth. This ability to control their internal broadcast is what sets them apart. They live in a reality where failure is feedback, where obstacles are stepping stones, and where every situation carries a seed of possibility. They keep their station tuned to opportunity, and life keeps sending them opportunities. If you want to transform your life, begin with your mind. Ask yourself daily, what frequency am I tuned into right now? Is it aligned with fear or with success? Is it focused on problems or on solutions? The beauty of this metaphor is that you never lose control of the dial. At any moment, no matter what has happened, you can choose to retune. And the more you choose the higher frequencies of gratitude, belief, and vision, the stronger your broadcast becomes. In the end, success is not about hoping to stumble upon the right station. It is about deliberately tuning your mind every day until it becomes second nature. Your thoughts are signals, your emotions are amplifiers, and your actions are the evidence of the frequency you are living in. When you align your broadcast with success, you don't just change your life, you influence everyone connected to your station. And that is the true energy of success, consciously choosing the frequency of greatness and living in it every single day. One of the most powerful truths about success is that you must feel it before you see it. Most people live their lives backward, waiting for evidence in the outer world before they allow themselves to feel confident, grateful, or accomplished. They say, I'll be happy when I get the promotion. I'll feel worthy when I make the money. I'll feel confident when I achieve the goal. But this mindset keeps them trapped because life does not respond to waiting. It responds to energy. The reality is reversed. You have to embody the feeling of success first, and then the outer circumstances align with that state. Success begins as an internal vibration long before it shows up as external achievement. Think of it like planting a seed. When you put a seed in the soil, you don't wait to see the tree before believing it's growing. You water it, nurture it, and trust the process. The same is true for your dreams. If you wait to feel successful until the results show, you starve the seed. But if you nurture your dream with feelings of gratitude, belief, and certainty now, you accelerate the growth process. Feeling successful now is like watering the soil. It's what allows the tree of achievement to grow. The reason this principle is so powerful is because your emotions are not just by products of life. They are signals that shape your future. When you feel successful, even before external evidence, you tune into the frequency of success and opportunities, ideas, and people that match that frequency start appearing. On the other hand, if you wait until conditions are perfect, you stay stuck in a lower vibration of waiting, hoping, and doubting. Life mirrors your energy, so if your energy is one of lack, it reflects more lack. But if your energy is one of abundance, it reflects abundance. This is not about pretending or lying to yourself. It's about choosing to embody the version of you that already exists in the future. Imagine the most successful version of yourself, the one who has achieved the goals, who lives the life you dream of, who radiates confidence and joy. Now ask yourself, how does that version feel on a daily basis? What thoughts do they think? How do they carry themselves? How do they act when challenges arise? The moment you begin to feel and act as that version now, you collapse the distance between your present and your future. You don't wait for success to give you permission to feel great. You give yourself permission to feel great now, and that greatness attracts success. The mistake many people make is believing that circumstances create feelings. They say, when I have money, I'll feel secure. But in reality, the people who become financially free are those who first cultivate a feeling of security within themselves. They trust their ability to create, to adapt, and to grow. That inner security becomes the magnet for outer wealth. The same goes for relationships, careers, and health. The outer is always a mirror of the inner. If you want to change the outer, begin by shifting the inner. It requires practice because the world constantly tells you to measure yourself by external results. But the real power lies in learning to generate the feeling first. Each morning, instead of asking, "What do I lack?" ask, "What am I creating?" Instead of focusing on what you don't yet see, focus on the vibration you want to live in. You might not yet have the dream home, but you can feel the gratitude and joy as if you already live there. You might not yet have the dream business, but you can feel the excitement and confidence of running it. This practice of living from the end shifts your mindset, your energy, and your actions, aligning you with the reality you want to create. And here's the beautiful thing: when you feel successful first, you no longer chase success from a place of desperation. You move with calm, power, and clarity. You make better decisions because you're not acting out of fear or scarcity. You attract people because your energy radiates certainty and positivity. The more you practice this, the more natural it becomes, until feeling successful is your default state of being. And at that point, success in the external world is inevitable because it has no choice but to match your inner reality. Challenges will still come, of course, but even then, the principle holds true. If you define yourself only by external circumstances, setbacks will crush you. But if you define yourself by the energy of success within, setbacks become temporary. You continue to feel the vibration of success even in the face of obstacles, and that vibration carries you through. Success is not about avoiding challenges. It's about remaining aligned with the feeling of victory, no matter what the current scoreboard says. So the next time you catch yourself waiting for external proof before you allow yourself to feel good, remind yourself of this truth: the feeling comes first. Success is not a destination you arrive at. It's an energy you embody. And the more you practice feeling successful now, through gratitude, visualization, and aligned action, the faster life aligns with that energy. You don't become successful and then feel it, you feel it, and then you become it. The energy of success lives inside you right now, waiting for you to activate it. Choose to feel it daily, and you'll discover that the life you dream of is not far away. It's simply waiting for you to tune into its frequency. And when you do, success stops being a distant possibility and becomes your inevitable reality. Your vibration is not something that randomly shifts. It is shaped every single day by the habits you choose to live by. Success is not built in one moment of inspiration, but in the repeated, consistent choices you make that either lift your energy higher or pull it lower. If you want to live in alignment with the energy of success, you must raise your vibration daily, and the most effective way to do that is through intentional habits. Habits create rhythm, and rhythm creates momentum. When your habits are rooted in gratitude, positivity, and focus, your vibration naturally rises and begins to attract success effortlessly. Every morning is an opportunity to set your vibration. If the first thing you do when you wake up is check messages, worry about problems, or scroll through negativity, you start your day on a low frequency, and everything else begins to match that vibration. But when you begin the day with habits that elevate you, such as gratitude journaling, meditation, visualization, or affirmations, you align yourself with higher energy. Even 5 minutes of intentional focus can shift your entire day. You don't need hours of practice. You just need consistency. The small things you do daily are more powerful than the big things you do occasionally. Gratitude is one of the simplest and most transformative habits. When you focus on what you already have, instead of what's missing, your vibration rises instantly. Gratitude rewires the brain to see abundance instead of lack. A person who begins the day by writing down 3 things they are grateful for is broadcasting a signal of appreciation, and life reflects that back in the form of more to be grateful for. Gratitude is not just a feeling, it's a habit that builds momentum for success. Visualization is another habit that shifts vibration. When you close your eyes and imagine the life you desire as if it is already real, your brain and body begin to respond as though it's happening. You create a vibrational match to your future. This doesn't mean you ignore reality. It means you choose to feel the energy of the future you are creating. Athletes use visualization to perform at higher levels, and you can use it to raise your vibration daily. The more vividly you see, feel, and believe in your vision, the stronger your alignment with it becomes. Positive self-talk is equally powerful. The words you repeat to yourself shape your energy. If your internal dialogue is filled with doubt and criticism, your vibration lowers. But if you build the habit of speaking with encouragement, confidence, and belief, you raise your vibration and strengthen your mindset. Instead of saying, "I can't handle this," you say, "I am capable, I am growing, I am ready." These affirmations are not about lying to yourself. They are about choosing words that align with your higher self. Over time, this habit rewires your subconscious, turning confidence into your natural state. Physical habits also play a role in raising vibration. Your body is an instrument, and when you move it, nourish it, and care for it, your energy rises. Exercise, even in small amounts, shifts your chemistry and boosts your vibration. Breathing deeply instead of shallowly energizes you. Drinking water, eating clean foods, and resting well all support a higher frequency. Success is not only mental or emotional, it is also physical, and the way you treat your body becomes part of the vibration you carry into the world. Another vital habit is guarding your environment. The people you spend time with, the information you consume, and the spaces you occupy influence your vibration. If you habitually surround yourself with negativity, gossip, or pessimism, no amount of positive thinking can fully lift you. But if you create a habit of choosing uplifting people, inspiring content, and empowering environments, your vibration naturally rises. Success leaves clues, and one of them is this: successful people are intentional about their surroundings. They build habits that protect their energy. Consistency is the secret ingredient. One day of gratitude won't change your life, just like one workout won't transform your body. But daily practice compounds over time. The more you raise your vibration through small habits, the more natural it becomes to live in a state of alignment. Eventually, positivity is no longer something you practice, it's simply who you are. That's the power of habits. They move from conscious effort to automatic lifestyle. When challenges appear, habits become your anchor. In difficult times, it is easy to drop into fear or negativity. But if you have built strong habits of gratitude, visualization, self-talk, and self-care, they carry you through the storm. They remind you of who you are and keep your vibration elevated even when circumstances try to pull you down. This is why habits are more than routines. They are the foundation of resilience. Raising your vibration daily is not about perfection, it's about intention. Some days will feel easier than others, but as long as you commit to small, consistent habits, your energy will rise. And when your energy rises, your results follow. You begin to notice opportunities, attract support, and take action with confidence. Success becomes less about struggle and more about flow, because your habits keep you aligned with the energy of success. So ask yourself, what habits are shaping my vibration right now? Are they lifting me or lowering me? And what small changes can I make daily to align with the life I want to create? Remember, success is not built in one day, but it is built every day. Each habit is a brick, and together, they create the structure of your future. Choose habits that raise your vibration, and you will find that success is not something you chase, it's something you live. Your environment is one of the most powerful forces shaping your vibration, your mindset, and ultimately your success. No matter how strong or disciplined you are, you cannot rise to your highest potential if you are constantly surrounded by negativity, distraction, and toxic influences. Just as a plant cannot thrive in polluted soil, you cannot grow in an environment that drains your energy. Protecting your environment and influences is not about isolating yourself from the world, but about consciously choosing what you allow to shape your mind, your energy, and your future. Every person, place, and piece of information you engage with carries an energy, and whether you realize it or not, that energy becomes part of you. If you are around people who constantly complain, criticize, or doubt, you absorb that vibration and it begins to affect your own mindset. Over time, negativity becomes normal, and you find yourself thinking smaller, doubting yourself more, and hesitating to take action. On the other hand, if you surround yourself with people who believe in growth, possibility, and success, their energy lifts you higher. You begin to think bigger, feel stronger, and act with more confidence, because energy is contagious. Protecting your environment also means being selective about the information you consume. The news, social media, entertainment, and conversations you expose yourself to are all feeding your mind. If your daily diet is full of fear, drama, and distraction, your vibration lowers without you even realizing it. But if you feed your mind with inspiration, learning, and empowerment, your vibration rises. Just like you wouldn't eat junk food every day and expect a healthy body, you can't consume mental junk and expect a successful mindset. Protecting your mind means curating your inputs with the same care you give to your physical health. Your physical space also plays a role in shaping your vibration. Cluttered, chaotic, and disorganized environments create stress and drain energy. Clean, organized, and uplifting spaces raise energy and create clarity. This is why successful people often emphasize the importance of environment design. Your outer space reflects and influences your inner space. A small shift, like keeping your workspace clear, adding inspiring images, or playing uplifting music, can dramatically shift how you feel and perform. Protecting your environment is not just about avoiding negativity, it's about intentionally creating spaces that support your success. Boundaries are another essential part of protecting your environment. Not everyone deserves access to your time, energy, or attention. If you allow anyone and everyone to influence you, you give away your power. Protecting your environment means setting boundaries with toxic people, limiting exposure to draining conversations, and saying no to distractions that don't serve your goals. Boundaries are not walls that keep others out. They are gates that protect your energy and ensure only the right influences enter. Some people hesitate to protect their environment because they fear losing relationships or missing out. But the truth is, if someone consistently lowers your energy, they are already costing you more than you realize. You are trading your potential for their comfort. Protecting your environment doesn't mean you don't care about others. It means you care enough about yourself and your vision to stay aligned with higher energy. And often, when you elevate your own vibration, you inspire others to rise as well. Your influences also include the habits and routines you allow into your life. If your daily environment is filled with procrastination, distraction, and wasted time, your vibration reflects that. But if your environment supports focus, growth, and discipline, your energy naturally rises. This is why successful people often build rituals around their day, morning routines, reading habits, exercise, and reflection. These habits create an environment of success that makes it easier to stay aligned with higher vibrations. Protecting your environment requires awareness. Ask yourself, who am I spending the most time with? What am I consuming mentally every day? What kind of physical space am I living and working in? The answers to these questions reveal why your vibration is where it is. If your environment is aligned with your goals, you feel empowered and motivated. If it isn't, you feel drained and stuck. Protecting your environment is about making conscious choices that lift you instead of lower you. And remember, you always have a choice. You may not control every detail of your surroundings, but you control how much you allow them to influence you. You can choose to walk away from gossip. You can choose to limit exposure to negativity. You can choose to design spaces that inspire creativity. You can choose to protect your mornings from distraction. Every small choice adds up to a powerful environment that supports your success. When you protect your environment and influences, you are essentially saying yes to your higher self and no to the forces that try to pull you back. You are declaring that your energy, your goals, and your future matter more than temporary comfort or approval. And in doing so, you create a space where success is not a struggle but a natural outcome. Just as a plant grows stronger in fertile soil, you grow stronger in a protected, elevated environment. So, guard your energy with the same intensity you guard your most valuable possessions. Choose carefully who you allow near your dreams. Choose carefully what you feed your mind. Choose carefully the spaces you occupy. Protecting your environment and influences is not optional if you want lasting success. It is essential because, in the end, your environment doesn't just shape your vibration, it shapes your destiny. Success is not something reserved for the lucky few, nor is it a random accident that only happens to people who happen to be in the right place at the right time. Success is a natural consequence of alignment. When your thoughts, your emotions, your actions, and your environment are all in harmony with the vision you hold for your life. Just like a river naturally flows toward the ocean, success naturally flows toward those who are aligned with it. The problem for most people is not that they are unworthy of success, but that they are out of alignment with it. Once you bring yourself into alignment, success is no longer a question of if, it becomes a question of when. Alignment begins with clarity. You cannot align with what you do not define. Many people wander through life without a clear picture of who they want to become or what they want to create. Without clarity, their energy is scattered, their actions are inconsistent, and their vibration is unstable. Success cannot flow into confusion. But when you decide with crystal clarity what you want and why you want it, you create a target for your energy to align with. Your mind, body, and spirit begin to move in that direction, even when you're not fully aware of it. Clarity is the first key that unlocks alignment. The second part of alignment is emotional congruence. You cannot think about success while feeling unworthy and expect it to arrive. You cannot set goals with your mind while carrying fear and doubt in your heart. Your vibration must match the reality you are calling in. If you want abundance, you must feel abundant even before it shows up. If you want confidence, you must embody confidence even before results appear. This is where many people fail. They wait for external evidence before allowing themselves to feel the emotion of success. But alignment requires that you feel it first, because your feelings are the magnetic force that draws the experience toward you. Alignment also requires action. Some people believe that simply thinking positively will bring success, but without action, alignment is incomplete. Thoughts and emotions create the vibration, but action anchors it into reality. When your daily habits reflect your vision, you are in alignment. If your goal is health, but your actions show neglect, you are not aligned. If your goal is financial success, but your actions show procrastination, you are not aligned. But when your actions embody discipline, persistence, and growth, you create momentum that makes success inevitable. Each aligned step compounds into results that cannot be denied. Another essential aspect of alignment is consistency. You cannot dip in and out of alignment and expect powerful results. Success responds to sustained energy, not scattered effort. Imagine a radio signal. If you are tuned in clearly, you hear the music perfectly. But if you keep turning the dial, the sound fades in and out. Many people treat their goals this way, aligned one day, distracted the next. But when you commit to holding the frequency of your vision consistently, day after day, you create a strong signal that success cannot ignore. Consistency locks alignment into place and accelerates results. It's important to understand that alignment doesn't mean perfection. It means congruence. Even if challenges arise, even if fear shows up, as long as you keep bringing your focus, your feelings, and your actions back to your vision, you remain aligned. Success is not blocked by temporary setbacks. It is blocked by disconnection. The moment you stop aligning, you slow down your progress. But the moment you return to alignment, the flow resumes. This is why awareness is so powerful. The faster you can recognize when you are out of alignment and bring yourself back, the faster your results will manifest. Success becomes inevitable in alignment because you stop resisting it. Most people unconsciously resist success by doubting themselves, sabotaging opportunities, or holding on to limiting beliefs. Alignment dissolves resistance. When you believe you are worthy, when you feel success in your body, when you take action in the direction of your vision, and when you stay consistent, there is no space for resistance. The path becomes clear and the energy of success flows to you like a magnet pulling metal. What once seemed impossible now feels natural because alignment transforms effort into ease. When you are aligned, you also begin to see signs, synchronicities, and opportunities that you once overlooked. The right people appear. The right ideas come to you. Doors that seemed closed begin to open. This is not luck, it is alignment. Success was always around you, but until you matched its frequency, you could not perceive or access it. Alignment tunes your awareness to the possibilities that were waiting all along. The most powerful truth about alignment is that it makes success inevitable, not optional. Think of gravity. It doesn't sometimes work and sometimes not. It always works. Alignment works the same way. Once you match the vibration of success, once your thoughts, feelings, actions, and environment are congruent with it, success must show up. It is not a matter of chance, but of universal law. The universe reflects back the energy you consistently put out, and when that energy is aligned with success, the outcome cannot be denied. So if you want to guarantee success, stop chasing it externally and start aligning internally. Define your vision clearly. Feel the emotions of success now, not later. Take consistent action that reflects your vision. Protect your environment and influences. And above all, hold the frequency of success until it manifests. The more aligned you are, the less you doubt, the less you struggle, and the more naturally success flows into your life. When you live in alignment, success is not a distant dream. It is a natural state of being. You no longer wonder if it will happen, you know it will, because everything in you resonates with it. And when that happens, success stops being a chase and starts being a certainty. Success becomes inevitable.